National pride, the one thing the world should learn from Germany. Every 2 years the Germans go out to the world and say, finally we can be proud to be Germans again. And you guessed it, it's foosball time. The only time you will see extensive flags and national symbolism in public space in Germany. If it's not foosball season, you won't see any. Germany is almost infamously known for having the least patriotic people, for obvious reasons. The German collective memory makes you feel unease when someone says I'm proud to be German. On the other hand, it's no problem to say I'm a proud Spanish or I'm proud of America if you're a citizen of that country when you come to Germany. We don't perceive the patriotism of others as something creepy, right-wing, nationalist. But I don't think that's the right way to handle that matter. There are good reasons not to be proud to be German or not to be proud of Germany, and they apply to all other nations as well, because they are not specific to some history like World War II. I already made the distinction now. You can put the pride about your country in two ways, saying I'm proud to be German and I'm proud of Germany. And they differ in their semantics but are equally nonsense. First of all, being proud to be a German or American or Russian or Chinese or Japanese, Brazilian, Spanish, whatever the hell, is just ridiculous. Because being proud of that implies that you achieved something in the way to become a citizen of that specific country. But there is no way to achieve that in the same way that the most of these proud people did, by birth. Being proud to be a citizen of a certain country is just plainly said being proud you fell out of your mother on that particular spot on the earth. That by a more or less random process became the country it is today over the last centuries. You would also not be proud of your natural hair color. No one says I'm proud to be black hair. That's like saying I'm proud to have 10 fingers. But on the other hand, you may be proud of your beautiful hairdo because you picked/made it and therefore proactively did something to become more beautiful. That's something to be proud of. Which brings me to the second type. Being proud of your country implies that you're proud of the things your country does and did in the past, and that you as a citizen had your part in it. If you make a statement like that, you better educate yourself about the things your country did in the past and does today. From my personal experience, which is of course not statistically relevant, the most proud people know the least about what policies are actually executed in their country. If, for example, US citizens say they are proud of their country, what they have in mind is the freedom and the American dream and stuff like that. But what they're also saying is, I am proud of waging war around the world, waterboarding innocent people, kill innocent people with drone strikes, and suppressing the third world's agricultural industry by subsidies for our own agricultural industry. And there are similar accusations to be made for every other country's establishment. In fact, patriotism is one of the reasons that policies in that caliber can be executed in the first place. People are much more likely to forgive the mistakes a country made or even ignore them completely if they have some kind of blind faith in their executives. And that's exactly what patriotism is. Faith. It has a strong similarity with religious belief. It uses symbolism like flags and banners and catchphrases and even condemns those who oppose it. The Pledge of Allegiance is semantically speaking nothing else than a creed. The only major difference between being religious and being patriotic is that patriotism's exclusiveness is on a whole other level. In fact, religions even try to evangelize people and get them into the companionship of their worshippers. Patriotism or the more radical nationalism are not about getting people into the circle of believers that your country is the best. Because the whole point of patriotism is that you, defined by the borders of your country, are something else than other people. Here's a figure to draw the picture more accessible. If you're Irish, for example, and your whole room is covered in flags and four-leaf clovers and Guinness cans and you love Ireland to the death, you may be called an Irish patriot. When you do the same thing as a German or a Spanish or whatever else citizen, you're a fan of Ireland. And the only difference is that you actually do not own the citizenship of that country. Patriotism celebrates the fact that we as the people are divided for no particular reason and out of historical development. We, by the way, living now had no influence on. And maybe we should seriously consider getting rid of such an ideology in times of worldwide digital communication, trade and infrastructure. And to my fellow Germans out there, if it just takes 11 overpaid fashion victims chasing a ball made of child labor to take away your unease about patriotism, doesn't that show how ridiculous it is in the first place? Please feel free to share your views on this topic in the comment section, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs button, choose which one, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye!